did you know that that area is hallowed to us as well? Because in 1991, workers in Lower Manhattan, a mere 10-minute walk from the World Trade Center's former location, uncovered 415 graves with as many as 20,000 of the forgotten black builders of the greatest city in the world. Come on now. May I say that again? 20,000 of the forgotten black builders of the greatest city in the world, discarded as rubbish in the ash can of New York history. The decayed bones were stacked 5 deep. They told of starvation deaths, chronic infections, and unspeakable suffering. Muscles had been ripped from bone, necks had been broken, and spines jammed into skulls, all injuries from lives cursed with carrying heavy loads. Many of those Africans were Muslims. That were stripped of their religion, their name, their language, their culture, their religion, their God. That ground is also hallowed to us. So we appeal to right thinking America. And if the Constitution is that law upon which every public servant has to take an oath to defend that Constitution, and once we start tearing up the fabric of a doctrine so magnificent that it has stood the test of time and made America the greatest nation in modern history, where a president can die without a heartbeat, someone steps in, and the country keeps going. When you want to toy with that document and defile it because you don't like Muslims, or you don't like Mexicans, or you don't like blacks, or you don't like people of color, well, if you include us as your citizens, fellow citizens, and you tax us, and you call us to war, and we fight in all your wars, even when our president died, and said there were weapons of mass destruction, the young white, black, and brown soldiers, they didn't ask whether he lied or told. They went to Afghanistan and Iraq to fight and die for what? You're tearing up your book, and if it continues, you will end this great republic. Let common sense prevail. Let righteousness prevail. Muslims are here. We are not terrorists. These are Muslim leaders. And I know I can speak on their behalf with this. We will not allow anyone on our watch to do some silly act to deprive an innocent human being of their life. And if we see it, we'll stop it. If we see the person, we will arrest him. Because they're not only an enemy to Islam, they are an enemy to us and to all of the American people. And I close with this. In our reading of the Quran for the 30 days of Ramadan, it talks about Allah and how He can cast terror into the hearts of the people. And there is no terror like the terror that God can cast into our hearts when our evil outweighs our good. Surely the shock of the hour is a grievous thing. And the day you see it, every woman giving suck will forget her suckling. And every pregnant one will lay her burden down. And you will see men as though they're drunk, but they shall not be drunk, but the chastisement of Allah will be severe. And children will be gray-headed on that day. That is the day that we should fear. And that is the terror that we should guard against. And if we do what is right, the Quran says those who are Christians, those who are Jews, those who are Sabians, those who believe in Allah and the last day, they have their reward from their Lord. Thank you.